is excluded due to economic challenges. Additionally, GHOne urged the Director General of the Ghana Education Service to guarantee that no pupil is denied access to end-of-term examination due to unpaid fees. The statement further called for punitive measures against school heads who exclude students based on financial challenges. GHOne concluded by emphasizing that the right to basic education is fundamental and unconditional, calling on the government to prioritize direct funding to uphold this principle. I will be monitoring the examination which starts today in various basic schools and be bringing you an update on that very development. But away from that, the Private Health Facilities Association of Ghana has called off its decision to suspend health care services to NHIS card holders. In a statement released on Sunday, April 6th, the association said the move follows a firm assurance from the National Health Insurance Authority to settle all outstanding claims owed to private providers by close of business on Monday, April 7. The association had earlier suspended services on Friday, April 4th over delays in reimbursement that have severely affected operations in the private health sector. Following a meeting with the National Health Insurance Authority management, the association says it is satisfied with the commitment shown and has agreed to suspend the action for now. Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Asai Bampo, reaffirmed his commitment to a seamless and timely reimbursement process in a bid to strengthen the country's healthcare system. Meanwhile, the association is urging all private health facilities to resume services to national health insurance cardholders, but warns it may take drastic action if the National Health Insurance Authority fails to deliver on its promise. Now, convener of the Ghana Coalition Against Illegal Mining, Engineer Dr. Ken Ashigbe, is demanding even bolder actions, including declaration of a state of emergency to combat what he describes as an escalating national crisis. He warns that without urgent and decisive state emergency, galamsey activities will only get worse. The assertion by Dr. Ashigbe follows the decision by Lands and Natural Resource Minister to sidestep the role of Chinese nationals in illegal mining trade, insisting it's time to name and shame all foreign collaborators fueling the problem.
We need to acknowledge the fact that there are some positive things that are beginning to happen. You hear about the Minister for Interior ordering the IGP to transfer all police commanders within the mining enclave. That's definitely a good one. And the fact that after they'll be on 3 months probation, and if they don't do what they ought to be done, the more transfers will happen. That definitely is a good act. For the minister to refer to galamsey as a terrorist act, it's apt and rightly so, and goes forward to say that there will be no order from above and everybody will be dealt with. It's also a positive act as well. However, there are some very disturbing things that ought to be pointed out to the government. The fact that you have a terrorist activity on your land, but then the president is failing to deploy the state of emergency and use emergency activities to be able to deal with the challenges that confront us. I am completely disappointed that the minister would get such an opportunity and not call the Chinese out. I would have thought that the minister in this meeting would have given the Chinese the statistics going as far back as the time of Operation Vanguard. The number of Chinese people who are involved in the illegality. Yes, these might be people who want to be able to come and do the right things. But we need to point out clearly and call the Chinese out that a lot of their people are responsible in connivance with Ghanaians to the illegality that's happening. So yes, the minister said a few things, about enforcing the law, but he did not point out to these people that it is their kith and kin who are behind a lot of the images that you are showing on our screen, working together with their Chinese, with their Ghanaian collaborators.
Now, the management of the Achimota Hospital has been tasked with implementing modern maintenance systems to sustain the facility's recent renovations, courtesy the Stand in the Gap Kendrick International, a non-governmental organization. This significant upgrade has transformed the hospital into a more user-friendly and efficient healthcare delivery space, enhancing the overall patient experience. There's more in the following reports. Malta Hospital has seen a notable upgrade to its child and outpatient facilities following renovation works undertaken by Stand in the Gap Kendrick International, a Christian interdenominational NGO dedicated to serving both God and humanity. The initiative was aimed at improving hygiene and comfort for both patients and healthcare workers and improving healthcare services for the users. Sharon Amanda Kwe, a member of the project committee of Stand in the Gap Kendrick International, speaking on behalf of the founder, Reverend Vera Norman Addo, charged management of the hospital to adopt pragmatic measures to preserve the facility.
Yes, it's one thing to just put the facility in place, but when it comes to maintenance issue, if we don't focus within a very short time, we see that the facility breaks down again. So yes, we've spoken to them and they've assured us that they will take up the maintenance issues and to have a facilities management plan for the facility, that we have installed, for them to find a way of educating the patients, especially when it comes to the use of the toilet facilities, hand washing, knowing that hygiene is one of the barriers against infection.
Hospital Administrator Bernard Fifi Pole described the improvements on the facility as timely, noting their impact on patients' well-being.
This is a very important activity they've undertaken, and we are not taking it lightly at all. Once the place is being given a facelift, you realize that our staff are really happy, they are excited, they are very motivated to be working in such a very clean, a very nice environment. And of course, it's also not just the staff, our clients are equally happy, and we believe that it's even making the place a bit therapeutic in nature.
The renovation focused on key areas of the hospital, including the children's outpatient departments, the general OPD, and washrooms. In addition to the renovations, the organization donated a range of medical equipment and supplies to the children's units. These included essentials such as weighing scale, otoscope, stadiometer, and a television set. Educational and recreational materials like books, toys, and playmats were also provided, alongside hygiene products such as antiseptic, baby wipes, diapers, gallons of liquid soap, a polytank, among others. Now, Muslim leaders have been charged to prioritize the education of the youth as a powerful tool to break the cycle of poverty, particularly in Zango communities. At an event to inaugurate patrons of the Arama Club, a non-governmental organization dedicated to assisting the poor and needy, former Chief Executive of Stanbic Bank, Chief Alhassan Andani, emphasized the lack of access of learning opportunities in Zango communities and urged the government to increase investment in these areas. 2 decades, the Arama Club has been committed to offering financial and academic support to talented students who might otherwise be unable to continue their studies due to financial difficulties. Speaking during the inauguration of new patrons who will join the mission of advancing education and alleviating poverty through the power of education, Chairman of the club, Alhaji Mahama Musa, reaffirmed the critical role of education, especially in Zongo communities.
Muslim community, the poverty rate is very, very high, and we as a club thought if we are able to educate our people to some level, we'll be able to alleviate poverty within the community. People should look at education as a main focus to alleviate poverty. Even in our Zongo communities, sometimes it's unfortunate that people even have the means, but they neglect their children.
While soliciting support from Muslim clerics to advance the mission of the club, former chief executive of Stanbic Bank and now a newly appointed patron of the club, Chief Al-Hassan Andani, also addressed the gathering. He urged Muslim leaders to prioritize education of the youth to foster development in Muslim communities and beyond.
Most importantly, we are building for the future. We have children who have to band together, and all of our prayers is that our children should be much better than us. So when we come together in Rama Club and share ideas, we will come up with plans of action that will make these children much better than us. They will be better inheritors of a better world. And of course, we also in our twilight years can make life more comfortable for each other.
Beneficiaries of the club also shared personal stories expressing how the support they received has helped them achieve their educational goals and realize their potential.
I was able to have a number of our young girls, and boys from our community, to benefit from the support of Rahma Club. Indeed, most of them, around that time, their parents were poor. Most of them were retired, servicemen and so on. And so I actually benefited from Rahma Club because as we speak, I can count a number of our young girls and boys from our community who today I can boast that they stand tall in our Ghanaian community, who are playing their, good role in the socio-economic development of Ghana. And so for me, Rahma Club is so dear to my heart.
The inauguration brought together leaders, alumni, and newly appointed patrons, all united with a shared mission, supporting education and improving the lives of disadvantaged students. Now, the family of 30-year-old Susanna Fosua Ajiman, a pregnant woman tragically killed in an accident, is demanding justice. Susanna, a single mother of 3, died after a truck carrying wood ran over her on Friday, April 4, 2025, at Nobeko in the Isunafu South District of the Ahafo region. The truck driver and his mate fled the scene and are currently on the run. Meanwhile, the Isunafu South District Police Command has launched an investigation into the incident. Here are assets. To go for na taxi o sifiri taxi mu na taxi ni si o tira si na nim nti e me ne boy ba ko na tia je kra de plug be nti me anya mfiri ho no ba ko pe tim ko yi ni de firi ho no je ya tete hu se sister o peja ni mo he se o tan adwane na ana form pam nti e kra ne me ne agwe huri se je wo ku sister no ampare ampa asa mo bu se asa do bi sha ase na me se ya obi sha ase je kra ne yesumpo asa sister bi ko bi am sare am se obi sha ase ku sister bi okay ko ma wo kra se ni pa sha ase oh me ya ka afra na ko twa ko ba na ko se ya be ku ni pa do kasa me ka no ko fo de kasa me na mo bode ndo e peja no sa ka si ono twa ba se de ku ni fa so a o de e be sister no so aja
ni ba no na sa todo sa pemfo ka to so ba berigina afidi ma fi se me ba na ko ja ko so do ba ko me ba na jalo ko da jare ya ko bora ko di ba sa ba ko ya me ko tuni fara bra ko abienza ko school o mo so me yale di se di abaro nya se ya do mo pesca
A very sad story there, and we pray that